Okay, so the only difference here in solving medium quadratics is that we have to factorise. So we've got two rules. The first rule, actually we've got three. The first rule is quadratics must be equal to 0. Right, mentioned that already. Second rule is look for a common factor. And the third rule is factorise. Now the third rule here is really important because we see some really stupid things. I'll show you a stupid thing in a second. So let's have a look. We've got x squared plus 7x equals 0. So tick the quadratic equals 0. Look for a common factor. What's common to x squared and x? Okay, x. Then we've got x plus 7 equals 0. So x equals 0 for this one, or negative 7 for this one. All right, so that's a pretty easy one. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Right, a quadratic must be equal to 0. So first of all, we need to move that 24. That 24 has to come onto this side and we need to rewrite. So it's going to be subtracted on this side. Now it's equal to 0. Tick for number 1. Number 2, is there a number that goes into 2, 8 and 12? Yes. Does x go into them? No. So we take the 2 out the front here. We've got x squared plus 4x minus 12 equals 0. Now we're going to factorise. So we're leaving that 2 there for the moment. What multiplies to give negative 12 and adds to give positive 6? 12 and 1, 6 and 2, 3 and 4. 6 and 2. Okay, so 6 and 2, we need a negative 2 to get positive 4 and a negative 6, a positive 6. So x plus 6, x minus 2. 6 minus 2 is positive 4. 6 times negative 2 is negative 12 equals 0. Now, here's a question. What do we do with this guy here? Okay, nothing at all. All right? If basically we divide by him on the other side, we get 0 divided by 2, which is still 0. No matter how many times you divide 0 by a number, you still get 0. You can't divide it into anything because it is nothing. So therefore the answer is x plus 6 equals 0 or x minus 2 equals 0. Don't really need those brackets. X equals negative 6 or x equals positive 2. So you're starting to notice that whatever the sign here is, it's the opposite in the answer, which is always a handy thing to check because it's one thing that people often forget. All right, so what's the silly thing that people do? Well, way back over here, if we decided to, I don't know, divide by 2, maybe. No, some people just go like this even. 2x squared equals 24 minus 8x. So x squared equals 12 minus 4x. So therefore, x equals 12 minus 4x divided by x. Cancel those, equals 8. Well, there's a really revolting sort of way that people might do it. So this is all absolute rubbish because it's not equal to 0 to start off with. So get rid of all of that. We never do anything like that. I just wanted to give you an example of the sort of thing people sometimes try and do. Equal to 0, look for a common factor, factor. If there's not a common factor, sometimes we have to use Windows or some sort of thing to get those horrible factors, okay?